I meet veterans all across the country who are trying to figure out, how can I get disability payments? I've got post-traumatic stress disorder, and yet I can't get treatment. So we have put all chips in right there. And nobody is talking about losing this war. What we're talking about is recognizing that the next president has to have a broader strategic vision about all the challenges that we face. That's been missing over the last 8 years. That sense is something that I want to restore.
I've been involved, as I mentioned to you before, in virtually every major national security challenge we faced in the last 20-some years. There are some advantages to experience and knowledge and judgment. And I honestly don't believe that Senator Obama has the knowledge or experience and has made the wrong judgments in a number of areas, including his initial reaction to Russian aggression in Georgia, to his, we've seen the stubbornness before in this administration to cling to a belief that somehow the surge has not succeeded, and failing to acknowledge that he was wrong about the surge shows to me that we need more flexibility in a president of the United States than that. As far as our other issues that he brought up are concerned, I know the veterans, I know them well, and I know that they know that I'll take care of them. And I've been proud of their support and their recognition of my service to the veterans. And I love them, and I'll take care of them, and they know that I'll take care of them. And that's going to be my job. But also, I have the ability and the knowledge and the background to make the right judgments to keep this country safe and secure. Reform, prosperity, and peace. These are major challenges to the United States of America. I don't think I need any on-the-job training. I'm ready to go at it right now.
Well, let me just make a closing point. My father came from Kenya. That's where I get my name. And in the 60s, he wrote letter after letter to come to college here in the United States, because the notion was that there was no other country on earth where you could make it if you tried. The ideals and the values of the United States inspired the entire world. I don't think any of us can say that our standing in the world now, the way children around the world look at the United States, is the same. And part of what we need to do, what the next president has to do, and this is part of our judgment, this is part of how we are going to keep America safe, is to send a message to the world that we are going to invest in issues like education. We are going to invest in issues that relate to how ordinary people are able to live out their dreams. And that is something that I'm going to be committed to as President of the United States.
A few seconds, we're almost finished.
Jim, when I came home from prison, I saw our veterans being very badly treated, and it made me sad. And I embarked on an effort to resolve the POW-MIA issue, which we did in a bipartisan fashion. And then I worked on normalization of relations between our two countries so that our veterans could come all the way home. I guarantee you, as President of the United States, I know how to heal the wounds of war, I know how to deal with our adversaries, and I know how to deal with our friends.
And that ends this debate tonight. On October 2nd, next Thursday, also at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, the two vice presidential candidates will debate at Washington University in St. Louis. My PBS colleague Gwen Ifill will be the moderator. For now, from Oxford, Mississippi, thank you, Senators both. I'm Jim Lehrer. Thank you, and good night. Good job, Jeff. Good job, Jeff. Good job. Good job.
For 48 years now, we have had televised presidential debates, and it is always a moment. It is always fascinating to watch the candidates for president with so much pressure on them debate. This was supposed to be a 90-minute debate. It was 97 minutes. It was supposed to be on foreign policy. There was about the first 40 minutes on domestic policy and the financial crisis of the country, but we knew they would go there. George Stephanopoulos, your reaction?
These guys came to play on each other's turf. What was really surprising to me is that, John McCain came in here with a disadvantage on the economy. Barack Obama had a big advantage. Yet I think he spent those 30 minutes very effectively pounding home his points that he'll control spending and earmarks. Then we get to the foreign policy section of the debate. Barack Obama comes into this with Americans wondering if he's got the experience to be commander-in-chief, a disadvantage to McCain, and I thought he was very forceful on Iraq, on Pakistan, rebutting John McCain on Iran.
But I thought they both made their points there.
Both did well.
Barack Obama very strongly trying to show he could be commander-in-chief, that he has a command of these issues. And John McCain hammering at experience. He came back at experience again and again
And
again.
how many times, and we're going to get a check on this, how many times did you hear John McCain use the phrase, he doesn't understand? Barack Obama doesn't understand. But I think Obama showed in many of his answers that he does get it, that he does understand.
Which was one of the missions of the Obama campaign, to come in tonight with a comprehensive view of the policy issues, but also to show up with some fight and some passion, which he had as his objective. I just got to say, in human terms, I'm looking at them and thinking they've been campaigning for, what, a year and a half now? Every single day out there, and the upheaval in Washington, they've been part of that too. And as you said, George, they came in with game tonight.
And no question that Barack Obama was very forceful. I thought other interesting stylistic differences. John McCain, good on emotion, establishing emotional connections with his stories. Barack Obama did a better job, I think, of engaging the audience at home, looking at the camera or looking at his opponent, John McCain. McCain tended to look down at Jim Lehrer a lot, which meant he wasn't looking at the camera.
It's atmospherics, I realize. But I think Barack Obama made an intentional strategy of looking at McCain, addressing his remarks over there. McCain, that I saw, never looked at it.
Very, very, very rarely, only every once in a while. And again, look down at Jim Lehrer a lot.
And when we return, we're going to take a break right now. We're going to check in with our team of campaign correspondents out there, also foreign policy experts and political analysts, and they are bursting to give you their take on the debate. We'll take a break.
Live coverage of ABC News Vote 08, the candidates debate, will continue after this.